So, once again, I'm back. Second time today. Actually, last night. Second time in the last, what? I don't know. 10 hours, 2 hours, 24 hours, and 2 times a day. Been doing 2 days lately. Know y'all been asking a lot about me. Where's King DJ been? Watching this stack of cards fall down, as I told you it would last year. I always like to see the house fall down. But hey, they say don't touch that stereo. Come on in and let's relax and let's get this thing rolling. I got a guest coming on with me tonight. Said tonight is the day is the anniversary, the Mike Brown anniversary. Correct, I believe. Correct. And I would think that daggone this would be a big topic, but they're not really talking about that a lot. So always wondering on how to get these topics out. And how do you get these topics out? And how do you have the I don't know, the wherewithal to keep on pushing, even though you know that the outcome could be bleak for a lot of people, unless you're part of the chosen ones. You know, am I chosen? I could be. Who knows? I don't know. It's been a lot going on. We're talking about food shortages, so-called FBI raid. I don't know. I got Frank Nitty, Chaq, Nyota, and forget the other person. CJ, that's it. Should be coming in tonight and having an interesting panel, to say the least. Those are mine. So that's that. So with that being said, I got to get them on. You know, they've been very patient, and I've been trying to hook this up for a long time. Okay. There she is. Hey, how you doing?
I can hear you. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can
perfect.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Man, you have no idea what I've been going through the past hour.
Woo. The past hour? Dang.
Ripping and running.
I got you.
I am so exhausted. But that's not the half. I had someone move a futon for me, so I know that's for him. But yeah, here I is. Where everybody at?
There you go, your next guy.
There we
That's
go.
The guy you were talking to earlier, Shaq. What's going on, brother?
Man, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah.
Naomi, hold on. Hold on. Nyota.
Nyota.
You.
Yeah, like any.
Nyota. Nyota.
Like Yoda.
Where you get that?
But Nyota. Nyota.
Is that your real name?
It's the name that you need. It's the name out there for anybody listening.
BJ the DJ in the building. What's up, boy?
In the building.
I'm like, don't touch that. I'm like, don't touch that stereo, because this thing about to get really, really interesting. So, there are a lot of things going on the last couple of days. People not really paying attention to the sound waves, what's going on. Nyota actually need to bring up the Trump situation, but she has a lot of things to talk about too, because actually Trump's situation actually pearls in her situation, pearls in Dr. Common Johnson, actually pearls in everybody actually on this program who's suffering from repression, bans. Because, like, we talking about banning so-called conservative media and all that stuff, but Nyota actually was out there when they were actually doing Ferguson, blocking people on Twitter back then. Not now, back then. When people actually were getting killed, like Darren Seals and burning cars and stuff. So that's what she was more so battling. But she gonna tell you about that. Yeah, I let her do talking on that type of matter.
I had to go turn off the fan. I didn't want that in the background. That's what that noise was.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But
What
she
I missed.
that type of repression. So what you see today's censorship, they were already doing that in 2014, 15 with them. They were using Twitter back then.
Trying to use Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, but now in retrospect, and you look at, especially when you look at the Elon Musk deal and the way that Twitter has been ducking and dodging, giving him the data about, you know, actual users versus bots. I think a lot of what was going on back then was bots. You know, I don't think like any of those people just blew up overnight. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of it had to do with the algorithms, bots. I mean, because you can set things up so that when people tweet certain words, you know, there's an automatic response. So I think there was a lot of that going on.
Yeah, hold on. I got my buddy in California. Got my buddy in California in too. And then CJ gonna top off this icing on the cake. I'm gonna let him introduce yourself. Go ahead, Frank. Introduce yourself.
Frank Nitty.
Open your mic.
My bad. Frank Nitty, originally from New York, reside out here in California. You know what I mean? Just drop. I'm here to drop the facts. You know what I mean? Not the feelings. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, that's cool.
Well, I don't think feelings is too bad though.
Well, actually, it is bad right now. You know why? Because you need facts over feelings, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of feelings over facts right now. That's why we're in this little predicament. But I did want to play one video, and then I want to let Nyota break it all down and let her break it down in a better concept than us, because this is going to be, but I want you to hear, and this is everything I said that it would be. And normally, you know me, I cannot stand CNN, but I would give them credit for this one little piece they did play. And then we'll get to the Black Lives Matter. But I want to let you know this is what their really game is. They actually admitted this today. I couldn't believe they did it, but I give them credit for doing it. I give credit where it's due. All right. Let me find what I'm looking for now. Let me find it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but I just want to say that we are all facing some type of repression right now from the IRS. It doesn't matter. Oh, and by the way, they did dissolve that. They did decline that Material case today. Oh, here it is. I said this got to be some type of psyop right here. They actually kind of telling you on this interview. Hold on a minute. What's going on with this thing?
Let this sweet mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth while you sleep, and say goodbye to the dentist forever. People are fixing their bleeding and receding gums, loosening teeth.
Michael, I want.
Hold on, let me read this before I get in trouble. You know they can't stain me anyway, right? Fair use. Copyright is claimed under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allows made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education. Reads fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute if otherwise might be infringing. So.
I want to ask you the first question because, for an outsider, you've spent a considerable amount of time as a biographer of Trump with him and with family members. What do you think is going through his mind?
I think they're delighted.
This is a surprising answer, but I think that they've been planning for this for years. Donald Trump first did his reaction to the FBI, actually having his lawyer call them Gestapo and stormtroopers 50 years ago. So he's been prepared for this strategy all along. He issued a campaign-style commercial within hours. This was prepared in advance. So he's an expert at spinning everything into publicity. He believes all publicity is good publicity. And that hardcore Trump group, 35% of the electorate, is going to be electrified by this. I think he's having a good day, actually.
Listen, you see this as serious on many levels.
I do. If we're talking about it being vital national security documents, I don't think that we can forget that those, even if it's top secret, that means it could pose a grave national security risk if it's in the wrong hands or made out into the public. This, I'm hoping, goes beyond simply not complying with some archiving laws or DOJ just handed Donald Trump the Republican nominee and potentially the presidency. If it's seen as some sort of massive overreach and not something incredibly serious, this is a very good day for Donald Trump. And by the way, he knows how to play this up in his favor. He more or less broke this news. A Florida-based reporter had something, but he was.
So you heard that, right? You heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
So basically, they let you know that if you ain't got nothing, you basically just made a fool of yourself. That's what they just basically told.
Well, they did make a fool of themselves. I mean, I knew something was going to happen, in the build up to midterms. I didn't know what it was. They were flirting with war for a minute, starting World War III. And I guess this is supposed to be the smoking gun. I mean, they handed Trump the presidency with this. They have nothing. If they had something, Trump would be locked up already. People forget Donald Trump, he came up, in New York. He was a New York businessman. And if you know about New York, I mean, come on. Those businessmen, I mean, they're greasy, they're grimy. You already know. They're slick. Nothing sticks to them. If they had something on Trump, I mean, how many years has it been? They were investigating him before he was even inaugurated. And I mean, they have nothing. I can't believe they didn't raid Hillary's house. The Clintons. She's the one who had an email server. Can I say that?
You can say whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying for the YouTube censors.
Oh, they know that. Hey, look, man, it is what it is, man. Hey, look, you ain't that.
They got us again.
That's called conspiracy. let me play this.
We got played again. Hey, Bernard, we got played again. Fell for the banana again.
Hey, look, let me go ahead and continue.
Let
me go ahead and continue.
But they got our attention, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got our attention. Yeah, but hey, look. What I did say. Now,
they wanted 32 fake on us, man.
Hey,
look here, man.
I agree with you. Hey, look. I definitely agree with you on that because I did say when I was on Felicia, this is a distraction. But
they got us.
But I did say this. This distraction, whether it's real, fake, fabricated, or whatever, it got one big implication. And you know what the implication is?
What?
What?
We don't care if you Donald Trump all of us on this program, if you say anything against the narrative, we are coming for the crackdown and the smackdown. That's what I'm looking at.
But hold on, has it always been that? What's new? What has changed in that? It's always been on whiteness, and I say so. No,
I got you, Chaq. It's showing you what you said last night. We are headed down the road to tyranny. It showed you exactly what you said. That was the precursor. Now it's time for the closing performance.
well, hey, to me, it's just good old fashioned. I'm white, and I say so. I move the goalposts when I want to. We got the guns. We make the guns and the ammo.
I mean, ultimately, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of which side. You know, but Democrats, karma. That's all I have to say. I mean, I know they can't possibly think that, you know, Republicans are going to take Congress and not do anything, you know, not retaliate, you know. So I don't think I know Black people don't fully have an understanding. You know, they're so busy cheering, yay, Donald Trump got raided, you know. But if Republicans get in there and raid the Obama's house, then what? Are they still going to be cheering?
Ooh, hey, that was
you're gonna see racism.
Hey,
can I bring up two words?
Yeah, go ahead.
Midterm elections.
Yeah, that's right.
This is all, you know what I'm saying? The midterms is coming up. We got to remember when midterms is coming up, so all types of little...
Yeah, but people... Politics is polarized. People have already chosen sides. So the people who are going to vote blue are going to vote blue, and the people who are going to vote red are going to vote red. No one's going to change. You know, you're not going to change anybody's mind.
Well,
and Democrats, they just don't have the numbers.
True, but this is a ploy. This is all a ploy. But see, you're right. You just said it. They don't have the numbers, so this is a ploy for them to get the numbers. So guess what? Donald Trump, House ready. Guess what? He might not run again. Guess what? He's not looking good. He's no good no more. So guess what? Let's put our hope in our praise and stuff right back into the Democratic Party. You see what I'm saying? It's all really psychological.
I mean, people are fleeing the party in droves. Like every group, you know, is gone. Asians, Latinos, the young vote, Black people. We're the only one. I mean, there are plenty of us that are fleeing the plantation now, you know, but there are still a lot of Black people, you know, that support the Democrat Party and vote blue no matter who. You know, but Democrats no longer have the numbers to win national.
What percentage?
I mean, there's nothing they can do. They tried to allow undocumented illegals to vote. You know, in New York, that didn't pass. So I don't see where they're going to get votes from. Where are they going to get them?
What percentage of so-called Black America actually vote for these jokers? And I'm just saying that because if we only 13% of the population, right, which I think that's a bullshit ass number, and they've been bullshitting us on that number. What voting block do we really have?
I mean, we have to be the political football, like Malcolm said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we should play this. But we're not playing it like that. You know, we're just giving these people our votes for nothing in return. And we've been doing that, like, since we were granted the right to vote. What have we achieved by the vote?
Yeah, what did we achieve?
Crack, LGBT, redlining, gentrification, diabetes, heart disease.
Got a lot.
Well, you know my saying, Bernard. I got two things. First, they've definitely got us. They got us into. We on autopilot. They got us on nigga autopilot. That's one. We stuck on nigga autopilot. That's one. And we definitely have chosen vanity over sanity. And that's what we're living in, the vanity over sanity phase now.
So can we get out of it?
I think we.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can we get out of it?
Who was that for? I couldn't hear you.
It just means can we get out of vanity over sanity? Matter of fact, I tell you what, let Frank do it because Frank got a thing going on called some auto issue. But let Frank go ahead and speak. Can we get out of vanity over sanity?
Okay. One more time. I was washing my hands. What? One more time.
Can we get out of vanity over sanity?
Man, what's the name? The internet done messed that up. I don't know, man. The internet done messed that up. The internet that made these people crazy. Made these women, you know what I'm saying? They made them like they're a queen of the Nile or something, man. It's just like everybody's entitled. You know what I'm saying? All of them are entitled. All of them look the same. All of them, look, within things that they want in a man. All the same kind of standards. All the same kind of preferences that they want. You got to be 6 foot or taller. You got to have $600,000 a year.
That's not ridiculous. True. No.
Shoot, man, a lot of them. Okay, no. A lot. I mean, a lot of them are like that.
No.
Put it like this. Even okay, not even just that.
It's like this. Let me break it down like this. If you only fish in one pond, you know what I'm saying, or one lake, you're just gonna get what that lake has. But there are millions of lakes out there. You know what I'm saying? Go to another lake and fish.
But then even the nerdy, but a lot of times even the nerdy girls like the same kind of dudes and participate in the same kind of things
Okay, let me ask you this: what percentage of black women do you think you dated?
You said what percentage of black women did I date?
Yeah. Because you talking like you dated like 80-90% of them.
But I didn't say. Look, I never said all. I said I never said all. I never said all. I said a lot of them. I feel you, but I said a lot of them. A lot.
No, but
you know
what
I'm saying?
telling you is, it's. Man, I really hate getting into these gender war conversations.
It's not even just war. I didn't even start no. I didn't.
No. We're not all the same. Most.
I never said you're all the same though. But
you know what I'm saying?
Well, how
it's
about
a small
this,
percentage of women like you that are like you.
Hold on, slow.
That's what I'm saying. It's a small percentage of women like you that are like you. That's what I'm trying to say.
How about you say the
Does that make sense?
You have encountered. Say that.
No, may I ask this, ma'am? May I ask you this?
I mean, why can't you just say the ones you encountered?
May I ask you this, ma'am? Could you give him some places where he can look at?
Why can't you say that?
What can I say? What? Okay, but I said a lot of them. I didn't say all. I didn't say every black woman. I didn't even really say black women.
Out of the ones you encountered.
Like I said, let's not even let's break it down to the look.
About the ones you
wait a minute.
It's not just the women though, it's the men too. Like I didn't even finish. I was
regardless, if I'm talking about men, I'm talking about the men I encounter. I can't make a blanket statement about most men or a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about the ones I encounter.
Hey, I could say a lot, dude. I could say a lot. Okay, women that I encountered, women that I see on the internet, women that I encountered, it's all meshing up.
Okay, how are you meeting these women on the internet? How?
Just period. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm not. I'm talking about you. I mean, I'm talking about Facebook. I'm talking about Facebook. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about Instagram. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that. What would I see? What I see? You know what I'm saying? What I see. But I wasn't even done though. I wasn't even just gonna go into with the women. I was gonna talk about men too. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really let me finish. You just kind of like.
I mean, because I had to stop you. I had to because you're talking about the women you encounter.
Like I said, I wasn't even finished. I wasn't even finished.
Whether you're finished or not, that's who you're talking about, though.
Wait a minute.
Whether I was finished or not, you interrupted me though.
How did we even get on this? I thought we were talking.
Because you brought it on there. That's how we got on there. Because you talking about, and then you mentioned something about a gender war. I didn't say nothing about no gender war. I didn't imply nothing about no gender war.
Because people speak in too many absolutes. And they group us together. We're not all the same.
But like I said, my point is the small percentage of females that are like you that are like you. That's my point. There's a small percentage of females that are like you that are actually like you. That are old-fashioned, that are humble or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Why am I getting it right now?
You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is, because sisters like me, we're not on Instagram looking for dudes.
Where are y'all at though? That's what I'm saying.
You know
What's a good place to find you guys, you women?
Shoot, I'm building. You know, I'm doing this work. You know, that's what
Well, it's a good place to find you women
I'm in
then.
St. Louis. You know what I'm saying?
That's broad and big. Where specifically can we go to find you women?
I move around. I travel a lot.
Hold it. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
So, wait. I just want to make sure I understand this. So you go on Instagram and view the photos.
I'm saying what I see.
What you see, what you like.
YouTube, you know Instagram, Facebook.
How she look. No,
I see. It's all that. TikTok. I mean, I don't have a TikTok, but.
No. Let me get back to what we talking about. We got a lot of stuff to cover.
Come on, this is a good discussion, man.
When he hits them up, is he asking them about?
I'm not hitting nobody. I never see. You're assuming. I never said I was trying to get at no females on no Instagram or no TikTok. See, I never even said that. I just said females from what I see on there. From with their. No, I don't get at females on the internet like that. I don't get on.
Oh my God! I didn't even start this conversation.
Look. I got what y'all saying.
Okay, I'm gonna let him finish.
No. Listen. All I'm saying is, it's a great topic, but I understand what he's saying, I understand what you say. And I'm gonna put it this way: we can have this conversation actually at the end of the show, but we're gonna bring that up when we get into.
What, the three of you want to gang up on me?
No. We're not ganging up on you. Relax.
Damn.
No. We're gonna talk about this when it comes to.
No, but hold on. I gotta ask a question.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You have to ask a question.
No. I want to ask this about that when it comes to the gender war part that she mentioned. We could talk about it in a context of how they're voting and political, not so much in a conversation about relationship, Instagram, and stuff like that. More so a conversation about, like she talks about the Cherry Jones, Black Girl Magic, because she's got some interesting topics, right? All y'all got great points of view on this.
I can break it down really simple. Like we're overthinking this, and I think it's because they overcomplicate it. But I think if black people, you know what I'm saying, especially younger people, and I know they would feel me on this, if they looked at these politicians like the dude that shorted them on their sack, they would get it. You know what I'm saying? They would totally get it.
Okay.
I'm serious. They would get it. You know, but we don't. You know, they short us all the time. Actually, they don't even short us. We just don't get anything. You know.
I agree with you on that. We be tripping. Democratic Party, that's the number one thing. We vote blue no matter who. We act like those are our saviors. You know what I'm saying? Even though, they the ones that kind of kicked the Klan into motion in the 1870s. So, they tell us everything in reverse anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? We take it and run with it. But see, we really be slow to the party, unlike these other groups. These other groups has been on economics. They've been on building. You see what I'm saying? They've been on businesses. You see what I'm saying? But see, the difference between these other groups and us, these misleaders done messed us up. You see what I'm saying? And they was working for the enemy and infiltrating double, triple agents. You see what I'm saying? And basically setting us back. Other groups don't have double agents in they camps like that does them like that. All their politicians and all their leaders and stuff like that, they help and they do stuff for their people and their communities. You know what I'm saying? Free of charge.
Well, that's because there's consequence with them. If their people did that, they would probably get killed or something. Something would happen. They wouldn't just, accept it. We accept it. We don't do anything. We won't even vote them out.
That's true.
But that's the vanity part, because they go back to the vanity over sanity though.
Go ahead.
Because we spend too much time being consumers. We consume and buy too much bullshit, material shit to fill a fucking void that's never gonna get filled.
Let me say something to y'all.
And that's the majority of our people.
Hey Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Let me on this one.
That's what you meant by vanity.
I might get a bit louder. Turn the mic down for 1 second. I want to bring this up. All right, listen. I'm gonna break this down really simple. What he just said, all three of y'all just said was excellent and perfect because, like he said, vanity over sanity. And what I've been realizing, and this is Instagram, Facebook, whatever. When you saying, "Oh, I got me a new car rims on, I got this, I got that," and that's going to serve, you're actually serving a purpose. But that's the same thing they can get us with when it comes to voting. You know, you say, "Oh man, look, you got to vote for Brittany Griner." Well, Brittany Griner's a millionaire. You got to stop Brittany, and we must fight those Russians who are keeping her locked up for any wrongfully detained for, I guess, which is legal in the United States in some places, smoking some weed or hashes or whatever. But at the same time, when it comes to vanity over sanity, like Chaq is talking about BS filling a void. Nyota, your part is talking about policy. Daggone refill a void of no leadership. So we say our leader is the politician, but actually we are the leader of the politician because actually they work for us. It's not the other way around. We don't get it. And you might not get it because
we don't get it.
Like, Joe Biden and what they told me during this so-called pandemic. Oh, this is an essential worker and this is not, right? Well, the fact that you live in this podcast means you're essential. So what is an essential worker? What are you talking about? Everybody essential. What are you talking about?
That's true. But big Walmart was open. Look, big ass Walmart, big corporation. You know what I'm saying? That was open while the mom and pop shops was closed. You see what I'm saying? And that's what that pandemic really did. It just really just shattered the small businesses.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and play some of the video. Y'all hear any buzzwords in here? Y'all tell me stop it and let me know what you heard, because they're gonna drop some jewels in here. And I said, wow, I can't believe they coming out and saying it. If you hear anything in this video, just tell me stop it and tell me what you heard. Because I couldn't believe it's CNN now. I mean, CNN, they fully whacked out, but this one they had to say some things. All right.
Ready to go, and I've actually seen quite sort of aligned messaging among Republicans. This is, a banana republic. This shouldn't happen. If they do it to the president, the FBI will do it to you. I think he's having a good day as of now, so I hope DOJ's buttoned up on this.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. The messaging from Republicans, they're seeing maybe benefit going into the midterms on this.
Unless the day is Ron DeSantis, or anybody else who was planning on running for the Republican nomination in 2024. Look, this just happened, so the ramifications are still mostly unknown. But in the short term, what it looks like is exactly what Alyssa said. I mean, I cannot tell you how many Republicans I have talked to who've said that just the political way that he handled this is vintage Trump. And for a short-term political goal, which is, if it is in fact to get the Republican nomination, kind of genius, because he has used look at the buzzwords he used in that statement: occupy, raid. He basically said it was the deep state, which totally triggers and animates the people who not only who like him, but there was concern according to people around Trump that he was losing some mojo. He was having some trouble raising money, and this he believes turns it around.
He has foreshadowed this every step of the way. Mueller, every investigation into him is a political hoax. We all knew that if DOJ did anything, that this was going to be the response. But I do agree with Alyssa that it will look bad if this is dotting the I's, crossing the T's type of thing on a classified document concealing type of crime. But I suspect it's not. And I suspect it's not because, first of all, they got 15 boxes from there. They did discuss it in June.
You have 15 boxes in January.
And then they talked about what was, they had some discussions in June. I would guess, this is pure, speculation, but from my experience as a federal prosecutor, I would suspect that DOJ has very good information from a witness that there is more there, and that's why they did the search warrant. Remember, this is a guy who's flushing documents down the toilet. You're not going to go ask him to turn something over. So you have to do a search warrant, and I don't think they're doing a search warrant just simply to sort of button up their investigation. I think they would only do this if they had real evidence of real indication of some evidence.
And to be clear, what I just described is the political argument and what is going through his mind about his political future, which he sees is very much tied to the legal strategy. But you're right that it's really hard to imagine, especially given what we have seen within the DOJ over the past several years, that they did not do this without it being buttoned up and beyond just.
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. We have an exciting new feature to announce called Green Room, which is now available only on the business plan.
Just the National Archives of the documents that he took, unless it's really relevant to a larger thing.
And I do think the specificity of the raid, knowing to look in the safe, going into his personal office in Mar-a-Lago, indicates that somebody may be cooperating who knows who's close to the Trump circle and would know where they should be looking. And we do know that a handful of folks have gone in recent weeks, but I think this indicates someone senior is cooperating.
It's possible that the family knew all about this. I've seen these signals with Ivanka Trump actually saying, I've taken the red pill, which is a call out to the paranoid, online, meme-based Trump extremists. And Donald Trump Jr. has this essentially Iron Cross, Crusader Cross on the stock of his gun and displays it prominently. This is really an end of the signaling to the most rabid base that we agree with your paranoia.
I want to make one thing clear as we've been having this discussion here is that we are getting really just one side of this, and it's from Trump world. It is from Trump world. Yes, there was this political journal in Florida that sort of had a hint of this, but it was Donald Trump who made the statement, and Donald Trump who tried to control the narrative early on last night. We haven't heard from DOJ. We haven't heard from DOJ. We have heard from a lot of Republicans who don't know anything about what they're talking about. They are spouting off, following Donald Trump, attacking the DOJ without any idea what the basis for this search warrant is. And it just goes to show you how much control Donald Trump still has over Kevin McCarthy and the Republican Party. And the fact that Kevin McCarthy would issue.
All right, they just said something right there. How much control somebody got? Now, that was something they said right there. Oh yeah, he's controlling the whole party, and he's got mind control over you. What is it, a damn movie, man? Y'all need to stop this nonsense. He just said it. Flushing papers down the toilet. Come on. You really crazy enough to believe it? Now, he done said it twice. I just told you, they look at the stuff they making up. The stuff don't even sound serious. Now, Yoda, you can't take these people seriously, can you?
My mic was muted. Repeat that.
You can't take these people seriously, can you?
No. I mean,
they just called him. They called him a genius.
I mean, think about this. Think about what the guy said in the earlier clip. I mean, Donald Trump had to know this was coming. You know, they've been investigating. He probably expected this to happen years ago.
That's what I'm saying. They telling you everything. They just told you. Now wait a minute. There's gonna be a part on here where they're gonna say he mentioned the word Nazi Gestapo. All right, that's some big words. They gonna mention it. Go ahead, Frank.
I mean, but here's what they're not saying, and what they're not saying is Democrats are escalating. You know, they're the ones that are escalating, and people have a right to respond, you know, or feel however they feel about it. You know, it's not that Democrats get to do something and no one can have an opinion about it.
All right.
I just think this is, man. You know, this is,
Right.
I think they kind of been on Trump, man. But I mean, like I said, man, this is something. We got to remember the midterms are coming up, man. It's just like
I think this is bigger than midterms. I think
no. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but like I said, there's
Like-
a lot of stuff that's been happening. You know what I'm saying? The past month or two. You see what I'm saying? The whole Breonna Taylor thing, and you know what I'm saying? The Ahmaud Arbery
Man,
thing.
see, I almost said something. You know, they fortified a whole election. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a lot of things. They forced a mandate. You know, they forced vaccines on people. You know, and now, you know, they raid a former president. I mean, at what point do we say something about the Democrats, or do they just have, you know, power to do whatever?
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, you're right. You know, and all the stuff that's a good point, man. They've been doing. I mean, those are major things. I mean, hell, in some places, man,
Yeah,
that
that's
could,
what I'm
you know,
saying. That's major
that could be
stuff,
tried.
and they're
Those could be
getting it off,
tried
and no
as
one's
like
blinking, no one's saying anything.
maybe war crimes or something like that. Certain things. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Those are pretty crucial, man. Those are pretty crucial. And I mean, really treasonous things that the government has been doing. My bad, not war crimes, but treasonous things that the government has been doing to us. You see what I'm saying on a large level. But you're right. This is kind of like the icing on the cake with the whole, you know, after the forced mandates and everything else, man.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. It's getting interesting, man. But
What you got?
I told you earlier, somebody did not say so, man. It ain't nothing different. They ain't never done before. I just hope we don't go past tonight talking about this Donald Trump, this bullshit, because it's bullshit.
No, I'm about to cut it off right now in a minute. I'm gonna let him.
No,
finish.
what I said it because we playing into the game because the federal government is the government that killed Malcolm X, ordered to kill Malcolm X, ordered to kill Martin Luther King, right? So what's gonna make them different from going out a snot nosed rich boy from New York?
Oh yeah. Man, you're right. Now let me finish this off. Again, you gotta get this St. Louis thing. Right, Chaq, you've been down there and she know about it, so I'm about to jump off this in like 5 minutes. So we can go ahead and get my listening is ready.
To that statement in such an antagonistic and inflammatory way against Merrick Garland. I wonder if Hunter Biden is charged. Are we going to see him with that same kind of, preserve your records? Of course not. It is completely politicized. He has consistently undermined the rule of law, and we need to see what Merrick Garland actually
Well, let me ask Daniel, because Merrick Garland, he must have known that this type of thing would be coming. Lisa Monaco must have known, the deputy AG must have known this type of thing was coming. Christopher Wray must have known this type of response was coming. So given that they would likely anticipate this response, how much does that raise the stakes for their decision? What bar do you think that they must have felt was met?
I think they had to feel like it was worth it for their investigation. They absolutely knew they were going to get this blowback. But I think Merrick Garland has been ridiculed by the left for going so slowly. And every time he gets ridiculed, he says, we will follow the facts and the law wherever it leads. And I think he's going to do that. And some people both sides are not going to like it. He's going to get attacked. And I think he probably has just said, you know what, this is my job. I'll get attacked, but I'm going to do it.
And can I just add to that? It's not as if they woke up one day and said, okay, today's the day. We're just going to issue this search warrant, or we're going to send the FBI in to get what we want. This has been...
Try this 3-minute shower routine to quickly...
Can I say, man, didn't we just go through
rid of
this with the
toenail
Russian
fungus,
dossier?
itchy skin, and smelly feet. World-renowned and international...
It has been
sort of the climax
and months
of actual talks between federal
Didn't we just go through this with the Russian dossier? The Steele dossier report or whatever. Didn't we just go through
went into a meeting that they were having at Mar-a-Lago about this? So he's been dragging it out. And the question is why? The question is why? Why has he not let his lawyers say, okay, here, You're the document
you've been asking for.
Well, and I do think that DOJ is going to have to say something, and while they don't comment on active investigations, just leaving this out there lets this sort of moment that you refer to in the country just percolate and become more dangerous. You see more kind of extremist rhetoric on different sides. Even Trump's own potential 2024 candidates are immediately coming to his defense, not even knowing the facts of it. This is a banana republic. This is a witch hunt. The FBI is completely politicized. I'm not sure how long you can let that just hang out there without DOJ in some way giving the public a little more information on what's going on and what led to this.
Imagine them being in the back room talking about black people
by
like
the government
that.
will be discounted by Trump. Everybody's
They're
going to
rally
follow his lead.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
This is
how
going
I
to
picture
become
them.
one of those terrible incidents where, as
You ain't
said,
black
it's
if
gonna
you ain't
get
vote for Joe
dragged out
Biden.
for a long time. It is dangerous. These folks are often inspired to plan violence or conduct violence. So I think Trump is again playing with fire, but he's always proven that he's willing to do that. And he's going to drag this out.
Well,
and
he's an expert at dragging it out
because DOJ and the FBI will not be able to say anything substantive. They will speak through their papers. I do think we will see, probably sooner rather than later, the affidavit underlying the search warrant, which will lay out all the evidence.
He also has the lying advantage. The government's not going to lie, but Donald Trump will lie profusely.
We saw this in the Mueller investigation.
How does this affect his calculus on an announcement, Alyssa?
I think it just sped it up. I was already anticipating that by September he would announce, but I think that he's going to want to try this theory that you can't indict a president, but he's also going to push it a little bit further and say, and I'm a candidate for the presidency. He's going to argue he's the front runner for the presidency, and that legal theory should spill over. So I think he's moving up his announcement. I think to him, this is a good day. He's got, the momentum he needs, the base is rallied around him, and I'd expect an announcement
One
soon.
small factor that is probably not so small in his mind, though, that as somebody who has worked in politics before, the minute he announces, he loses a big money train. And that is the money that is coming from a joint agreement with the RNC that helps him pay his legal bills. And his legal bills are not small.
That was the point I was trying to get to. So they told you basically, hey man, we want him to announce the run, so we fit him with the legal bills. That's what that was the point I was trying to get to.
Man, they want him to announce it because the CNN and MSNBC and they're tanking. They need Trump.
Yeah, they are tanking.
And trust, when he runs, it's going to be 24/7 Trump.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They was on him. They was making stuff up and, here or there, every little thing, the son, the daughter, and what I'm saying? They even try to, Jared Kushner, racist with her. I don't know if he's racist or not. You know what I'm saying? I think most of motherfuckers racist. But guess what Jared Kushner did? He met with Claude Anderson, though. So I don't know about that. This dude, they meet with Claude Anderson. Then the Democrats meet with Claude Anderson. What'd that tell you? You know what I'm saying? Who in Joe Biden's cabinet or his little staffers that met with Claude Anderson? I'll wait on that one. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
they wouldn't even meet with Ice Cube.
Exactly.
Well, I got something right here for you. So we bring it up. So y'all know that in St. Louis, in Kentucky, and all over the place, they had flooding rain. But this was something that got me, that me and Nyota talk quite a bit about what's going on in St. Louis and really all over the country. But this was an example. So you know, last week, a couple weeks ago, this is not an article from last week, but I'm just showing you what's going on in St. Louis. So Nyota and Chaq, y'all got experience down there. So we're going to talk about it. But let me put this on the screen so y'all can see this.
Me see.
The article.
Oh, wow.
Is St. Louis houses, they have their Afghanistan refugees, they're housing them right in St. Louis. And they're kicking black folks
they
out.
want to bring as many as
Afghanistan in.
They want to bring as many as possible. The city is no longer majority black. According to the last census, blacks are fleeing in droves. They're being forced out. They're being pushed out. Like,
who is this guy? Ariel Benson. Who is this guy? President of the International Institute. The guy on the screen speaks to international community members. Speaks to community members in the meeting.
I can't see the photo of the guy.
All right, hold on. Dang, thought I had it up there on the screen. Well, it don't matter. Don't worry about him yet. I'll put him back up. But I'm gonna read the article. When the first large group of African refugees landed in St. Louis last summer, many found themselves struggling into a new city with a new language and less than ideal living situation. Now, 7 months later, the International Institute of St. Louis and Nyota has settled on a recent call for 594 African refugees in permanent housing, not homelessness, permanent housing, with no more individuals living in hotels. It's a benchmark that the Institute CEO Ariel Benson sees a cause of celebration. The team has worked incredibly hard, he said on St. Louis on the air. We know obviously that it's challenging for them, for all of us, for this community to have them living in hotels, especially larger families. But when that last family of 10 got permanent housing, we celebrated. The refugees came to St. Louis region after Afghanistan's city capital, Kabul, fell to the Taliban last August. It was the first time the Institute had handled that volume of arrivals in its more than 100-year history. Well, wouldn't you look at that? Ain't that something right there? Ain't that something?
They get new lives.
They get a new life.
New careers.
Refugees.
New credit. New everything. You know, they're set for life. You know, and there are people here, St. Louisans, you know, who are struggling trying to recover from COVID. You know, who I think the mayor gave out a limited number of $500 gift cards, I think.
Thanks, Chaq. You from down that way. What do you think?
Is he in East St. Louis?
He used to be down there. He know about it. Daggone.
Oh, he definitely knows it.
Chaq, where you at? Well, I'm gonna give you my take on it right quick.
Okay.
He might went to the bathroom, stepped away for a second. I don't know, but this is very humiliating for a lot of people. But then again, I found this article and I'm in Richmond, Virginia. So I think some people in St. Louis ought to know this. I shouldn't be the one. I mean, I can be saying it, but it should be more people that it should be a little bit more outraged about this than me. I'm looking at it.
You know what? I think people here are in survival mode. You know, St. Louis is one of the most dangerous cities in the world. I mean, and there's always something going on, just like we had this flooding. You know, there's always something. Downtown is dangerous. There's just nothing here. You know, lots of dead-end jobs. You know, just no upward mobility. Just no means. There's nothing. You know, they think another Boys and Girls Club. You know, they're stuck in, oh my God, what was that, like 1980, 85, something like that. I mean, now computer labs, you know, kids have their own laptops. They have tablets, they have iPhones, you know, so you're not going to woo them with computer labs. You know, and that's why I'm bringing back stlhiphop.com. I launched that like 20 years ago. It was one of the first hip hop sites ever. And I'm bringing it back so that, you know, they have something, you know, it's going to be a social media platform, you know, so we will have at least a digital version of a community. You know, they'll be able to submit music. We have an online radio station. We're on Alexa. We're about to launch a Roku channel. You know, we just want to give them means of expression, you know, so that they're not walking around, you know, wound tight, you know, like little ticking time bombs.
That makes so much sense. Look, hey, you right. That's like Denzel. That's like in the late 80s, 90s when Denzel was doing the Boys and Girls Clubs commercial. You're right. Times has changed. You know what I'm saying? This has been, you know, it's advanced so much. Technology has advanced so much since then. We're talking like 30 years ago. plus. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they know they're behind on that. They know that shit's not gonna work. You're right. People have tablets, iPhones, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And see, they're talking about parenting, but yet you give your kids the latest bullshit, right? But that's another story. Another show. But I agree with you 100%, man. And, these people know it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got a question. Did they have car plants in St. Louis? Did they have industrial jobs like that and plants and stuff like that? And they outsourced?
Yeah,
when they
outsourced?
Did. Yes, there you go.
There were car manufacturers here.
There you go.
But St. Louis, at one point, St. Louis was the 4th largest city in the country, behind New York, LA, and I think Houston. And now we're probably, we're right around Louisville. We lost a lot. I think right now we're under 300,000.
Damn. But see, there you go. And you see, look how they, this is what the government government does. Look, the government, they take, they for the longest time they had industrial plants and car manufacturers and stuff like that. Just like they did in Detroit. We outsourced the jobs. Thanks Ronald Reagan. Thanks Bill Clinton, and just establishment period. Right? They outsourced the jobs in the 90s and the 80s. Boom. They knew, and then they bring crack in. Right? They knew that all this stuff was going to be a ripple effect, man, a snowball effect, man. They knew damn well what they was doing. And then they talk about crime. Yep. It's funny how they talk about crime. And see, this is another thing in guns and crime. They always want to, implement that in our communities, in our areas, right? You know what I'm saying? And they hit you with Chicago, but Chicago has two of the biggest, in America, Mexican drug cartels. They never talk about that. They always try to hit you with the Chicago.
They're never going to talk about the drug cartels.
Right, to try to just make it seem like it's us so-called black people. So, I just get, especially the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans really hit you with the crime this and crime that. Okay, there wouldn't be this crime. There wouldn't be all this bullshit if you wouldn't have fucking outsourced these jobs in the 80s and the 90s. And they know that. So all that crime stuff, it's true. It's a lot of stuff that a lot of us that need to do better and should be doing better. You see what I'm saying? They shouldn't be doing that shit, but... Say it again?
Like you said, industrial, right? Mm-hmm. Why bring up industrial when I'm trying to move there? Yeah.
True. Right. That's true.
But Chaq, I wanted you to bring up something about the previous thing I was showing about all the 594 Afghanistan people they brought in St. Louis over the last year. They got permanent housing. What's your thoughts? Foundation New America?
Ain't that what it is? Then they just said Office of New America? Ain't that what they came in?
That's right. The Office of New Americans, created by Obama in 2012. Yes.
But then nobody even pay attention to that. They just sped over that because they hit you. They had us with the Trump stuff and all the all the election fraud stuff going on, and like you said, people just ain't focused, man.
Now this is a person that Nyota knows, by the way. Her name is Tashira Jones. She is the mayor of St. Louis.
Tashara
Jones, and she signed a bill to use ARPA money for access to abortion. Isn't that something? So you're using something from one entity.
Is it legal?
It shouldn't be legal.
No, that's not legal. That's going to be struck down.
But they're doing it.
Man,
and she gonna get locked up.
St. Louis, between her, Cori Bush, and Kim Gardner, St. Louis is like the capital of Black Girl Magic, and they do it all.
Now, let me read this part to you, though. I'm gonna let y'all all go in on this subject. We got a lot to talk about here, but this is very interesting. Calling it decisive action empowers people to make their own healthcare decisions. St. Louis Mayor, I'm just gonna say, Ms. Jones signed legislation Thursday directing $1 million in federal COVID relief funds to help people cover the largest cost of assessing abortion. A few weeks ago, I stood in this spot and I said I would fight hard to make sure St. Louis can access the reproductive health care they want, basically, they need. Today, we won the first round of the ring. The Attorney General, Erie Smith, filed a promise lawsuit asking the judge to clear parts of the law unconstitutional. Missouri's trigger law took effect on June 24th. So there are now no exceptions.
Where are the women that are lined up to go to City Hall to tell them what they need them to traffic them across state lines to get an abortion? Where are these women at?
Ooh, don't I be saying, BJ? Don't I be saying stuff like that on your feeds, dude? I be saying I be saying the same shit, dude. They don't have the same energy for that, you know what I'm saying? But they got the same energy, and they don't even know what they're talking about. That shit did not say that they was just gonna end abortions and shit, man. They just said they was gonna give the decisions to the states like they should. So I mean, it's really like, you know.
Did you guys hear about Georgia? Now, you can claim a fetus as a dependent.
Yep, saw that.
Georgia. So does that mean that you guys are gonna have to pay child support for a fetus?
Ha!
Guess what? They do it in a place like Georgia where it's a high black population too. See, these people know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They don't do it in Sheboygan, Idaho, where there's hardly any black people. They do it in places like Georgia. See, these people are not slick, man. These, it's just all by design. But thanks for. I didn't really know about that Office of New America thing with Obama. But see, that makes sense. I just said Reagan in the 80s. I just said Bill Clinton in the 90s and Obama in the 2000s. Just like Obama did see that they're full of shit. Obama did the Blue Lives. Right in what, 2008, and then just like what's his name did the what? Trump did the Blue Lives Matter. So or one did the Blue Alert, one did the Blue Lives. So I mean, these people aren't slick. They're just constantly funding the police. But see, one of them is playing good cop and one playing bad cop. And the Democrat trying to make it seem like they're not police. They don't suck the police's dick, but that they do too. You see what I'm saying? So it's all a game and shit, man. That's why the Democrats and Republicans will always be the same, man. The WWF, right?
Yeah. Us men, we do need to pull together and get some unification as black men, heterosexual men, because our voices are being drowned out dramatically. This all this bullshit, this BS, pro-choice BS. I'm fighting for my choice too. If I put a seed in you, if I decide to put a seed in you, my choice is in there. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Whether you kill the baby or keep the baby, my choice is there. We both made that choice then. We got to stop letting these people get away with telling them what we can and can't do. Nah. And these women got to stop being so damn bullheaded and start listening to some of the men that's got logic, that's logical. Not, I ain't talking about the jokers. I'm talking about some of the men that's trying to be logical with sense. Cause you're being walked down the damn one-way street. They promote single womanhood in this country. Ain't nobody promote family no more. Not to us. They promote be a single black woman, independent, and they bring that same independent.
It's divide and conquer.
Wait, that's the old tactics. Yes, sir. Military science is what they call it. It's working.
We do gotta come together, man. You know what I'm saying? And even like what I was saying earlier about the women, man, the men are shit. I could see women wanting attention on the internet. Did that make sense and shit? You know what I'm saying? They're women, but the men nowadays is just like, damn, worse than the women. You know, these dudes and shit, man, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? They, all clout chasing and stuff like that on the internet and trying to be seen and trying to, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a role reversal. They're really trying to do a role reversal.
Man.
They're trying to switch
the
roles.
The internet is like everyone has their own reality show.
Right.
That's what it is. 24/7.
That's a good point. I like that. That was good. That's true. Everybody got their own little avatars and emojis and shit on some of these sites. So, you know, they really, you know, they really like it's really like an avatar, because how Avatar was a different kind of like, you know what I'm saying, different planet and shit, and kind of like a different universe. Just like this is like the Matrix. It really is like the Matrix and shit. Like, and then you come back to reality and shit when they unplug you and shit, and that's the real world and shit.
Let me bring up something big and very personal to her. I'm gonna bring this up. This is your women. Hold on. Got somebody else in here. Oh, this CJ. Hold on. Oh, man, you right on time, brother. I ain't even see you down there. What's up, brother?
Man, had to drop in, man. I appreciate you.
Right on time. Because the subject I'm bringing up, I'm going to let y'all two crack first on this because I just pulled it up. Darren Seals. Have you heard of the vicious murder, assassination styles of original Ferguson protester Darren Seals 3 weeks ago? This is from Medium.com. And expect a few mentions where was his family featured on CNN and other news outlets. This is with two. Let me go back to the article here. Let's see where I'm at. Darren Seals. Who is saying his name? Where is he trending? Hashtag. And when white, now this is what he said. When white elites try to own and control your movement, it's not a black movement, it's a white movement in blackface. These were his Twitter posts. Let me say this is Fair Use Act of 1976 for teaching purposes only, because I know they're going to get upset with this, but who cares? 10 detectives pulled me and my 14-year-old brother.
Do you see the date?
9/1/16.
Scroll back up for a minute. The date. See the date right there that's highlighted?
Yeah.
Yes. He was murdered less than a week. He was
murdered on 9/7.
I mean, it was less than a week.
Yep, 9/7. I remember. I'm getting to it. 10 detectives pulled me and my 14-year-old brother, pointing guns and told me, choose your enemies wisely. Although at the time of his death, he was not a fan of the Black Lives Matter movement, he was very much aware about Black Lives Matter. He lived to have a cause. Darren Nyota, that's you, said the original organic movement person at Mike Brown's death was hands up, don't shoot, or hoods, or whatever. Darren both admit to joining persons who were persons who came into Ferguson shortly after Mike Brown's death. These people describe these people as non-Ferguson records from a newly formed activist group, Black Lives Matter. They initially sought to join forces in good faith, thinking BLM and hands up, don't shoot had the same objective. According to Darren Nyota, because of the brand popular and what they later learned to be robust funding from liberal political elites, BLM suddenly eclipsed the organic movement Ferguson natives began. It was soon confirmed to Darren Nyota that two movements' agenda were not the same. This is what Darren says. If you want to know, Black Lives Matter hijacked the Ferguson movement. And this is when Darren began his own personal campaign to expose paper trails. That time, Sean King asked me to apologize for smacking D-Ray McKesson. He smacked D-Ray, as they say. LAR ain't happening, but Sean seemed decent. So the ladies stepped in and defend their comrade. The words spoken by these ladies seemed to further streaming Darren's contention that the BLM was more aligned with a feminist and LGBT agenda than one favoring black men in the family. Darren itself Facebook page teamed with Clues Right for producers of the first 48, 2 personal pages and one called St. Louis Hip Hop, where a lot of the grievances against BLM movement were published. The page is now run by his comrade Nyota Uhura. She said that she is taking the baton to finish the race to expose BLM and the police that fund and direct them and honor Darren's legacy. She is now regularly updating the St. Louis Hip Hop site as well as her own personal Facebook page with information and commentary on current events, especially where it relates to the message she and Darren want to make the black community aware of BLM. She is boldly taking no punches and naming them. There go some of your posts right here. People have no idea how much money elements within the movement, the black establishment, black media, black org,
this is
black
my first time seeing this.
Yep. I'm making us selling a false narrative. That's why nobody following the money. And why we keep getting killed. It's not about Black Lives Matter. It's about the money they make off dead lives and our collective substance. Anybody not talking about this is on the gravy train. Dear Charlotte, the same wolves in sheep clothing robbed and pillaged Ferguson under the guise of Black Lives Matter. Same faces, same MO to raise money for gents to set up shop, launch nonprofits. This is the video Darren tweeted. Oh, that's him right there. Yep. That's him right there. He was a growing influence who was making much of his death. One news outlet did cover the story. Roland Martin, attempted a short piece on Darren Martin right after it occurred, interviewing Ferguson and were activist comrades and personal friends of Darren. So Roland Martin actually had an interview back then.
Roland Martin's a con artist.
Oh yeah, we know that. Although Darren was not Republican, reported that Darren influenced Ferguson voters vote Republican in the same local city election in some local cities to show the black community's political power and to send a message to the Democrats who did not respond to community grievances born out of Ferguson uprising. Note that Darren voted at that time only be a tactical
Democrats
move.
in St. Louis are corrupt.
I got you. But he is on record being an equal opportunity critic of both Trump and Clinton. If he was still with us, it's doubtful that we'd be voting for either of them, if at all. Here's his post from June 9th. You have no reason to be afraid of Donald Trump. Nothing can happen to Trump that wasn't already happening to Obama. We see a black president. The crime rate is high. The poverty level is high. Police brutality is high. Education low. The average black income in a house is $11,000. The average is $440,000. All this happened under President Obama. The only people that should be afraid of Trump is white people, Mexican Arabs, the same people who sat back and did nothing as we suffered all these years. This is not our battle. All we need to do is consider a black man who won't fall for it again. Fuck him in 2016. This was some of his posts before he was killed. He was a GM and assembly line worker by day and a rapper. Just weeks he took a meeting with Rock Nation executive. He seemed to be a loved individual. He had no beef. He had beef with. He took the soldiers and all the soldiers out the news of death broke. They did mention his name and his work. Their words proved functionary as evidenced by the fact that there was no hashtag campaign for Darren Seals from Black Lives Matter. And it's a pretty extensive article right here, but I'm gonna let everybody.
He took a meeting
get their fair shake
from Rock Nation.
Huh?
Did you say that? You say he took a meeting from Rock Nation?
I guess at the end, yeah, that's what it said at the end. But, hey, what you saying? Rock Nation might have gave him the hit job?
No, what would they want with him, right?
I'm gonna say it's Nipsey Hussle.
Some Nipsey Hussle.
You put the pieces together.
What was that? You guys were talking about Rock Nation?
Go ahead. Say it again.
Because he was. I think he said that Rock Nation was click. He was saying Rock Nation met with Darren Seals.
Yeah, they went up there. Him and some other people.
Let me say something about that. Let me say something about this.
No,
this
actually,
thing.
I mean, they did. Actually, he was going to, if he got the situation, I mean, he was working on something, and if it manifested, he was actually going to fund handsupdon'tshoot.com and STL Hip Hop.
Let me say something about him.
He was going to fund like what I was doing
on that situation. If you remember, you had some people like Talib Kweli and them down there too that were big infantries in that movie.
Yeah, this all started in the music industry. So it's kind of the connection there. So, I mean, they were trying to exploit basically anything that we were trying to do, they were trying to exploit. We were planning stuff and trying to execute things, and they were just trying to, sabotage, exploit, steal, discredit, defame. Like, I mean, you got to stop and really think about what they were. Like, they never had a purpose outside of stopping the people who were, in Ferguson's situation or police corruption, trying to keep people safe, like legit trying to keep people safe, or, trying to build things, and I guess bridge, a network, like everybody can't be an activist. So, we had things set up where, businesses could support the activist and vice versa. So, I mean, it pretty much like it broke down to whatever anybody was trying to build. I'm not even going to say just myself, but you come up with an idea, they get wind of it because everybody's organized, and they, whatever it is, they try to sabotage it. So when you break that down as like Black people, because they use Black Lives Matter, I mean, it's basically like any of our innovation. It could be a plan to keep us safe from the police. It could be, trying to build a platform to to spread awareness about certain issues, or protect us from certain media narratives, or it could be just a business, and somebody outside our community wants to exploit, and so they're the middleman. So, I mean, they're like taking a step back and actually looking at them and not building, because usually that's my focus. I mean, there are more things than I was even focused on, dealing with them on a daily, or whenever you were trying to come up with something basis, basically. So, I mean, it was the same with things. Like you try to execute a plan to keep everybody safe, they're going to sabotage it, but they're not sabotaging it to come up with another plan to keep somebody safe. They're twerking on Washington. They're trying to promote a video. Like, okay, yeah, that's cool, man. Like, we get that, but they're killing us. You literally are fundraising based upon them killing us, and you're sabotaging the people trying to protect themselves. Like, at point blank, like, forget the money. You're in danger.
Let's go around the horn. Because the next article I'm bringing up is a guy y'all know very well. Matter of fact, the next article I'm bringing up is a guy named D. Ray McKesson. I think you know about him pretty much, don't you? You know about D. Ray.
Yep. Agent, Officer D. Ray.
You know he's an informant. You already know that.
Yep.
But I'm going to bring him up. But what I'm saying is, what y'all had to go through down there with all this, getting, agents and federal, y'all had military tanks and all that out there with y'all, right? So my thing is, when y'all saw this, it's very hard to believe that the people in y'all community down there would still vote for these people after all that went down in that summer of 2000, that summer of 2014 to 15, and then y'all even had Obama come down there and Eric Holder come down there and try them officers to do a consent decree. So y'all had Obama run down there to Ferguson too, or St. Louis, wherever he ran to. He came down there too, just before the midterms, after the midterms, to meet with Black Lives Matter activists. I think y'all know that. So, when Barack Obama came to meet with them, you had to know this was some type of game. What was her name? Brittany Packnett Cunningham. What was the other one? Brittany Farrell, or what is that woman's name? Little
Janetta Elsie.
She was one of them too. I can't think of all. He had so many people there. Brittany, she was a lesbian. I can't think of her name. All of them, But it shows you how you can infiltrate a movement. Shaq, got anything to say about this? Kind of interesting in the article, wasn't it? I don't know if you hear me. Go ahead.
No, I don't know nothing about that. No, I don't know nothing about that.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get some more. We're gonna talk about it. Let Frank say something about it. Go ahead, Frank.
Man, I just think this stuff is wild, man. It's
wilder.
Yeah, man. They definitely killed my man, Darren, man, and there's definitely a lot of little foul play going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So, and they definitely stole the shine. I remember hearing about this way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And they basically, he was even saying too that they was going to infiltrate, and they was infiltrating. You see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, a little bit after that, you know what I'm saying, it was a wrap. And it's shady, man. But I don't think it's just them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the establishment that's actually, we all know Soros and them actually behind BLM, man. So it's bigger than just BLM. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's our friend, CJ, a guy named D. Ray McKesson.
Oh, he's the agent too. Yeah, agent provocateur for sure.
Now, let me read this. Well, I'm not here, but he has been written for the Huffington Post, The Guardian, along with Jonathan Ezee, Brittany Packnett Cunningham, Samuel Sawange. He launched Campaign Zero, a policy platform to end police violence. He is currently part of Crooked Media and posts Pod Save the People. He announced his candidacy for the primary when the mayor in Baltimore. He only finished with 3,445 votes, places 6th in the Democratic primary. He is the author of The Other Side of Freedom, The Case for Hope, a memoir about his life and time as a Black Lives Matter organizer. That's interesting. I'm gonna read a little bit more about him, but go ahead, CJ. I know that's one of your agents.
Yeah, I sent D-Ray like a lot of his traffic initially. He like tried to position himself as, like one of the activists. He wasn't really an activist. I found that out from Darren and some other people that I was in contact with at the time. He positioned himself as a spokesperson or representative of the movement. He was never affiliated with the movement. Like, he was a school administrator in Minneapolis, when the movement started back in April of 2014. So physically, like, it's impossible for him to even have any type of involvement, and there's digital receipts as well. So, I mean, he basically came out of nowhere, centered himself, started defaming and discrediting the people who started the online movement, which we were part of, and then the protest movement, which was on the ground with Darren and Nyota and the people of Ferguson. And like, from a media perspective, just sabotage whatever he could, discredited whoever he could, stole money stole money through fraud, by, basically taking credibility for things that he didn't create and then fundraising off of it, which basically prevented the people who actually were creating things that were going to help us from building what they were trying to build. So, I mean, he just, just like I was saying, whatever people are doing, whatever like direction the movement's trying to move in, he's trying to sabotage for the Democrats or for a corporation who wants to exploit, what we're building, or, private interests, or whoever wants to exploit the situation. So he tries to position himself as a middleman, and then just like basically steals through fraud. Hey, I'm representing Ferguson, so, everything's going to go through me, and, like, all the fundraising is going to go through him. And I mean, he has help. He had the DNC helping him out. He has Democrats helping him out. He had, I guess, Beyonce promoting him, who was also involved, to me, with some of the fraud. So, I mean, he just tries to position himself in something that he didn't create, to steal and sabotage, and in this situation, with Ferguson, it involves literally our lives. I'm a police corruption victim, and I came up with the systems to help keep us safe initially, including like the hashtags. So, I mean, like, outside of all the money that they stole, basically, when we come up with a way to protect ourselves, it's working. You come in and sabotage that. So that's, obviously completely unacceptable. And that's, why he got smacked, and ran out of Ferguson twice, is basically the police are, I mean, lesser than, killing people, violating people's rights, taking our freedom away. People are doing anything that they can to get justice and protect themselves. And then you're sabotaging everybody. Wait until they get to the top and then sabotage them. And you're not a victim. So, I mean, I don't even know what to describe, these people as, like, I don't even know what to call them, just because, like, who has that mindset? You're not even like, well, I mean, I guess he is a police officer, but like, really, what is your motive? Like, what's your motive? What's your motive? Like, you just really hate people. You really hate yourself. You really hate people. And you just out here, like, just an agent for whoever, whoever's got money. Lives don't matter. So, I mean, what the fuck you like? Why are you complaining? Like, why are you complaining about slavery when, like, you would have done the exact same thing? You're killing people. It's worse. So, I mean, just, the whole premise, like, the whole premise, when people see exactly what Black Lives Matter is, you're just going to, like, the next thing is going to be, wow, like, how could people actually go along with this? How could people do this? How could people execute this? And then get on TV and smile in everybody's faces and act like.
Hey, CJ, let me bring up something right here. Let me bring up something right here. And I'm going to let all y'all go in on this. After he graduated from Bowdoin College, he began working for Teach for America for 2 years in New York Elementary School. Then he worked as specialist in the Office of Human Capital at Baltimore City Public Schools, Harlem Children's Zone, and then a human resource official at Minneapolis Public Schools. In June 10, he was appointed Baltimore City Schools interim chief human capital. He had been criticized by some public teacher advocates, but his involvement in Teach for America and his support for charter schools. Let me say something about Teach for America. Teach for America really has knocked a lot of black teachers out of public education or jobs, actually. Because Teach for America is really a corporation that really is about getting rid of higher experienced teachers for lesser experienced teachers. You do know that, right? So this is the fact that he works for Teach for America alone should have told you something right there when he came down there. We might didn't know it then, but now you know. But I want to raise, he first drove from Minneapolis to Ferguson on August 16, 2014. He began spending all his weekends and vacations in St. Louis. He announced via Twitter that he had quit his job in Minneapolis Public School and had moved to St. Louis. Who say so? All right. But him and Jonetta Azine, Brittany Packnett launched Mapping Police Violence, which collected data on people killed by police during 2014. He launched Campaign Zero.
Can I just
go ahead.
They try to doctor this Wikipedia because they try to fix it up to make him look better. D-Ray, like his first thing with Jonetta was writing a newsletter about what we were doing, like online and in Ferguson, and they were trying to tie everything together from outsiders' perspective. So they didn't come out with anything about police corruption. They weren't educated on, how to end police corruption. It wasn't something like on their radar. You just read his resume. You don't have anything on there about any type of revolution, starting any type of movement, any type of police corruption before Ferguson. So how are you like all of a sudden coming on the scene? You're not even from there. You're not representing the family, and you're inserting yourself over people who actually have been through the issue, have actually had success, fighting the issue, and who are actually connected to the family. So, that's basically just telling you right there that the media is lying, to try to like boost this guy's, resume.
All right, let me bring this up though. See, I like this, but I do like this little piece of the article. And then Chaq and Nyota and Frank, I'm gonna let y'all all go in on this because this was the thing that got me. See, I always look for code words and buzzwords these people use. They actually throw a little bit of smoke and mirrors, but then throw some truth in here. In June 2015, he was the focus of a Twitter campaign while in Charleston, South Carolina, to protest the Charleston church shooting. The campaign featured a hashtag #GoHomeDRay, which was accompanied by a statement demanding that McKesson leave the city. He responded to hashtag stating that there is a sign of solidarity for 9 deaths. The hashtag would prove that racism is alive and well in places South Carolina and towns across America. But in late 2015, he was a guest lecturer at Yale Divinity School. In November of the same year, he spoke at the GLAAD Gala, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, where he discussed his life as a gay man and asked LGBTQ people to come out of the quiet. There you go right there. So that show you he ain't nothing but a damn agent, because why are you working for them? This man spoke at the GLAAD Gala. Ain't no straight black man talking no GLAAD Gala. So you know he is up to something. And that shit told you right there he working for somebody else. He won't working for you. So all that putting the handcuffs behind your back, D-Ray McKesson had a tag. They knew he was an agent. They were giving people, activists, real activists, jail time, and they said, we're going to put you in there. We're going to take you out the cell and let you home tomorrow. You did a good job leading them out there. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's what he was doing. They showed you right there. He was at the GLAAD Gala. Ain't no activist going to no GLAAD Gala.
You could basically just like go all the way across media and you're not going to see anybody that was actually a part of the movement promoted by any major outlet or any major outlet. Celebrities included. They got platforms, but yeah.
Chaq, are we getting played? So you're getting played, huh? Man going to the GLAAD Gala. What are you talking about? Huh? You might not hear me. Hey, Nyota, go ahead. Go ahead, Chaq.
Say that again. He getting played.
Yeah, I mean, after what I read right there, I'll be getting played.
Of course, that's the playbook, baby.
Yeah, the playbook.
We get played, they get paid.
He got a good playbook. Cause he running this game. I said, he drove from Minneapolis to St. Louis, which ain't that close to each other, by the way, and then spend his weekends and vacations there. So who paying for him? He ain't making it on the teacher side. I'm gonna tell you that right now, unless something I don't know. But
I know he was cool with Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter. He's from St. Louis.
All right, let me let Frank go in because I know Frank got something to say about this.
Man, it's Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z are best friends. Here we go again. Reoccurrence. Ain't no coincidence, baby.
Obviously an agent, man. He's obviously planned it. You know what I'm saying? And and then the thing is too, he has the same beliefs and he's similar. And he has a similar lifestyle. He has the same beliefs and he has a similar lifestyle than the Black Lives Matter people. What a coincidence, right? Or the three women, you know what I'm saying, that hijacked it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, he's definitely a Democrat shield, man. He's definitely propped up by them or whoever else. What's his name? George Sorrell's definitely got him in the bag. He definitely got him in the bag, man. And, that definitely sounds like an agent provocateur. You go all the way to St. Louis from, Minneapolis, which is, like you said, it's kind of far from each other. You see what I'm saying? Then, this is a red flag right there. You know what I'm saying? And you're going over there to what? To try to get brownie points and trying to steal the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Trying to steal the the real, Darren Seals and the real people that pushed it and brought it to the forefront. You see what I'm saying? Trying to steal their limelight. So,
according to this article right here, brothers, D-Ray McKesson had a boyfriend. And it reported on this article, and we'll say alleged, but it's right here on the article. It tell you. I don't make this stuff up. They write it right here for you. That his boyfriend was likely Jack Dorsey. It's right there. See? Connection to Jack Dorsey. And Jack Dorsey is likely having an affair with D-Ray McKesson. There you go. Right there in your face. Man. So whatever Shaq was saying, hey, he may have a connection with Jay-Z, but he might have a affection with him. Ain't that something?
I mean, they wouldn't let us defend ourselves on the platform, so we got deplatformed for exposing D-Ray, and then we're also social media, so there was a lot of interest. There was even like the whole thing with when they did the title launch and they were like, mock signing the Constitution, like we were basically forming like that was immobilizing for a third party. So I mean, he was even mocking that, but it's all good. We got something actually coming for that, but yeah, just focusing on Black Lives Matter. Yeah, like those are interesting connections. We just seen how people work. We didn't know certain things, but yeah, it makes sense.
All right, I'm pulling up another little snippet for you because I want people to understand what's really going on. I know y'all got the information too. Y'all going, I'm going way over the top now. So where is that group Black Lives Matter? Oh, they got a new name now called Black Futures Lab. There they are right there. Make your voice be heard in the 20 Take this Black Census and be a part of the largest survey on Black people since Reconstruction. Shaq, you always say, is this Reconstruction? They might be saying it too. Because they said be a part of the largest survey of Black people since Reconstruction. Why are they saying that?
I've been saying we're going through Reconstruction 3.0. Y'all better look. You ain't got to wait till these Democrats tell you that.
Yeah,
use your brain more than a hat rack.
They switched the name, so they switched that. That's clever, man.
Black
people switched their name.
They're calling themselves now. It's a subsidiary. Same thing, same actors, same script. No, I don't want to take the census. Get this off here. I don't want that. No, I don't want to take the census. Get this shit off here. No, get it off here. I don't want that. Damn it. I need to get that out of the way. They want me to take the census. I can't even get on the article without them wanting me to take the census. Well, let's just go ahead and look at it. No, I don't need that. I don't need to subscribe. Oh, yeah, by the way, they want you to subscribe to something too. You see, they always got a game within the game.
Yeah, and then sell your information.
But anyway, I'm going to try to pull it up. Maybe I can read behind it. The Black Future Lab transformed the way power operates locally, statewide. Are you ready to join us? So basically, now a couple weeks ago, I was on this site. I didn't see this census thing up there, maybe a month ago. But they actually got the census thing in a way. They want you to take it. Then they say over 300,000 Black people or something like that. They did a study from 2018 and all this other stuff. You can go read this stuff. But what I'm letting you know, they are transforming themselves into a new identity. Let me go back in this article one more time. I just want to see what their work is. You know, they say, our work. What do we do? You know, they kind of like want you to know what their work is. You know, they always got to make it seem like they're doing so much work for the community. You know how these guys work. You know, I don't have to tell you how they working. You know how they are. Then they want you to donate to something. Okay. Look, I don't know what's going on. I can't get around this census part. Oh, no, I got it. There you go. I got it. I finally got it. Hold on, guys. Oh, no, go back in there. Shit. I don't need that part. I don't need that part. Here we go. I got it. I want y'all to read this. I'm going to show you how because they're trying to come back around horn with this. There they go. The Black census. All right. Chaq, gave you your favorite word. That nice word called Reconstruction. In 2018, we conducted a large survey of Black people in the United States of Reconstruction. Over 30,000 Black people across the country participating in the inaugural Black census project, providing their views, political beliefs, concerns, and operations. 4 years later, we are excited to launch the second Black census project. Take the Black census today and let your voice be heard. 30,000 people is not a big number, brother. So I don't know why they even put this out there, but they must be trying to get more people involved. But I'm just telling you, that's not a big number. I can find 30,000 Black people in Texas and I really look hard enough. So what's the problem? Just asking. What do you think? Well, there you go.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, I'm just telling you. I'll find it. Just let me know. Y'all coming back around the horn one more time, you know, with the Black Future Lab and all those things. Now check this out. We are talking to 200,000 Black people from diverse communities across the country because we want you to know we want to know what you care about, and we want to hear your dreams. So, like I said, you could always use good for good, bad for bad, evil for evil, this, that, and the third. But I'm going to ask everybody a question, including what are your dreams? My dreams and aspirations are to get people to wake up and come to a higher level of social and spiritual consciousness. That's mine. Anybody else can say what they want. But they want to know your dreams to use it for their little perverted agenda. We want to know it for our agenda. Mm-hmm. That's what they want to know your dreams to find out what you're thinking. We would not even be invited on that little dumb census they talking about. They don't want to hear a damn thing we got to say.
Yeah, I think that's the scary part, man, that you just said. That's the scary part because it's like we're humans, we're all different. You're basically capping our ability, you know, on a personal level and then as a collective by your actions. So I mean, like that's so dangerous. That's so dangerous.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Frank,
Yeah,
what
man.
you got, Frank?
It's crazy, man. You know, but you know that's the agendas and stuff of this government, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got more power than we think we are, but we're divided. So we're just gonna let this roll. We're just gonna let this go. we're not going to look past we're not going to look and see the manipulation process. You see what I'm saying? That's being played on us. So,
all right.
And it keeps going. We're gonna keep voting. We're gonna keep. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna keep, participating in this bullshit establishment we call the government.
Let me the guy that they call the man when he played in Chaq. He called himself the self-identified non-conspiracy theorist. And let him say what he got to say about this whole thing. I know Chaq ain't signing that census though.
Say it again.
You ain't signing that census, are you?
Hey man, look here, dog. I ain't never signed no goddamn census. But yeah, I work conspiracy theory as a badge of honor, just like LGBT, where this shit is like a badge of honor. Damn right.
That's a good job.
I'm chief conspiracy theorist.
Now let me bring something to your attention now, brother. Let's talk. Because we gotta talk about a couple things before I get off here. Because we've been talking about St. Louis, we talked about Ferguson, Darren Seals, stuff like that. But we got to talk about two things that happened this week, and they are more like some psyops, I believe. One, today they came out and said the grand jury will not indict the woman who killed Emmett Till. I'm like, did you expect them to? I mean, I'm just trying to find out what do we expect.
But that's what I wanted. I'm glad you brought it up. Not to jump because they played. That's why I said we got played again, man. So as a matter of fact, they brought up the Trump shit. Then they hit you with that. Now they're gonna hit you with the Emmett Till movie. Then they're gonna hit you with the Woman King. I mean, they run the same script over and over again, man.
They said they just told you the woman in hospice care. They told you she in hospice care about to die anyway. So what the hell?
I don't give a damn.
They
say that about justice.
That's true. The Breonna Taylor thing. Let's not forget the Breonna Taylor thing too.
I'm about to bring it up too. The other day when
that's all symbolism. I think that has something to do with the election. I think that right there does. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all these certain things, man, and doing this symbolism thing because they know that we react to that. You see what I'm saying? Because we're emotional people. You know what I mean? The thinking and the critical thinking a lot of that time is out of the equation when it comes out to a lot of us. Not us on this panel, and probably not even people that we know, right? That look like us, but from what I'm seeing, man, a large amount of us is tripping, man. And then we falling for the bait, man. It's the bait and switch thing. You see what I'm saying? Every time we really got to stay vigilant, man, and stay on it, stay focused and stuff, and be wary of these distractions, man, because all distractions. Some of them are psyops. Hey, hell, some of them are even false flags. Let's just keep it 100. So we really got to use. What I'm saying they keep talking for example, they keep talking about the mass shooter. And then a couple weeks ago, they said an actual active shooter. So they're switching it up a little bit, and they're basically letting you know this is a drill because active shooter is a drill. You see what I'm saying? These people telling themselves a lot too, man. But when you're not critically thinking, you're not gonna see that, man. You're just gonna see the symbolism. And the thing is, look, we got as far as the Breonna Taylor thing. The Department of Justice is appointed by the Attorney General. You see what I'm saying? The Attorney General is appointed by the damn President. You see what I'm saying? So that's a direct link to Joe Biden, man, Sleepy Joe. So a lot of us don't know that. We don't know basic civics. We're not on that like that. You see what I'm saying? We're just on vote, Democrat, Republican. That's it. That's all we're. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You see what I'm saying? And they know that. You see what I'm saying? And they took civics out the school just like they took the damn trades out the school. So, they want you to be dumbed down. They don't want you to really know a real good skill and trade and be good with your hands or whatever, or, build and create. Just like they don't want you to learn real civics and politics, right? You see what I'm saying? They just want you to be in the middle. They want you to just learn not even the basics, because, what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is beyond basic, right? You see what I'm saying? But it's real symbolism, and they know that the midterms are coming up, and they're doing a lot of little shaky stuff.
I want to say something about that.
I think, okay, go.
I want to bring something up about that, because I want to bring something up, and I'm gonna let you Shaq after that. I'm gonna let you just let it rip, because, like I said, they were in this thing, and the day was the anniversary of Mike Brown death, and they knew it. I knew it, but we didn't know it. So, but like I said, Nyota is really kind of like genius to me. She says we got to get our own platforms, own sites. So I want her, before you even go into another topic, to talk about her site, what she does, Alt Black News, .com. Go ahead and talk about it, Nyota. You've been doing this for a while. Go ahead. Nyota, go ahead and talk about it. Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I don't know. Something was up with my mic. I started All Black News because I was one of the first to get shadow banned and deplatformed on these social media platforms. And this was back during Ferguson. And I knew back then that we would need our own. I mean, it's not just enough to have Black content creators. You have to have platforms to push the content. So basically what I'm doing is creating the lanes to push content from Black content creators. You know, right now, new Black media just exists on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you know, but internet and digital, I mean, technology, period. I mean, it involves way more than that, you know, and basically what I'm doing is figuring out ways to work around the algorithms and get this content seen, you know, because it's not going to be seen just on YouTube. I mean, if that's the only place it's being promoted, even if it's being promoted on other social media platforms, because they all adhere to algorithms, you know, that control what people see. And they are not trying to, they don't want our content seen. Like if you're not pushing the Democrat Party narrative, you're going to be shadow banned. You know, if you question or challenge, you know, like the election, COVID, mandates, you know, anything like that, you're subject to be deplatformed. And we live in an era now where social media is akin to like being the public square. You know, these Facebook, Twitter, probably YouTube, I mean, they cannot exist as private companies, you know, or even publicly traded companies. They have to be utilities, because I mean, that's just where we are right now. Like imagine telephones, you know, think back, you know, when telephones, you know, when they started regulating the telephone companies, you know, before there were all the bells. I don't know if you guys remember, like Southern Bell, Southwestern Bell, all the different phone companies that they had to break up. So basically it's just, I'm trying to think of another way to say this. I mean, it's just different ways to get our content out there, because right now we're on borrowed time. I mean, they can really like stop this movement just by deplatforming everybody. What would happen if none of us could log on to anything tomorrow?
Let's talk about that.
You know, and that might be a reality really soon. So basically, I'm creating the rafts, you know, so for when this ship sinks, we have somewhere to go. We have a way to stay afloat.
That's interesting. Well, that's what I say. You got a great platform, and you be posting early in the morning. They called me the other day. I said, "You guys was up?" I said, "Yeah, I'm up, but I won't expect you to call me, you know, 6:15 in the morning, though."
Man, please, you called me. That's why I called you. You called me early in the morning. I'm surprised you're up.
Nah, that's good. Well, it's all good. It's all happens. Yeah, I be up. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. I will say they have been talking about a cyber pandemic, so I might well be up getting all the information, because hey, one morning I might get on and the whole damn thing might be
let me say this really quickly. I need content creators, podcasters, YouTubers, bloggers, whatever you do.
Yes, ma'am.
Altblacknews.com. ALTBLACK news.com. Like the alt black, I'm sorry, the alt right and the alt left, we're the alt black.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, I tagged everybody in the thing you said. Thanks for having me on. I tagged them in.
Cool.
So
thank you. I appreciate that.
They can definitely go. And CJ, you had some media thing you had going on one time. I know we talked about it one time, and you went on Queen Amidala Shakur show and stuff like that. So what you got going on there?
Yeah, we had a platform initially to launch everything to go along with like our social media campaign. So we had video, we had news, we had social media, and we had radio as well. So we're going to bring it back. We're bringing out something before that that you, Nyota, hopefully everybody here, will be involved with. That kind of like serves a different need. I can't say exactly what it is right now, and it's actually very soon, before the end of the year, we'll be up and running. But hopefully it serves like another need, and just like Nyota was saying, this is kind of something that I saw that we needed after the first time, and kind of wanted to fill in a need. And this whole concept and this idea came about when the title thing happened, when the Black Lives Matter thing happened, when they tried to deplatform us. So, actually, just following up with what she said, it'll fit in nicely with everything that, pretty much anything that you want to do. We should have something to help you out. I put it that way. And it's media based. We just initially we did promotion, and that's kind of how we got started. And this is just kind of filling in a different need outside of media and promotion that anybody needs, whether you're tied to media or not. You just have a regular business.
Damn, I can respect that. That's what's up right there, man.
Well, yeah, Chaq, yes, that's the kind of stuff you like, getting it all, putting all the pieces together to try to get your own media, right? Ain't that what you like, Chaq?
We have no choice but to do it, man. Let's get to it.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give her praises on this. I first realized Nyota about 5 or 6 years ago. She was on Philip Scott's show, the Advice show. I think they call it African Diaspora News Channel, something like that. And they had a thing they were talking about Soros and Black Lives Matter way back then. And I went and said, one day I just said, I'm going to go in my Facebook and look for this woman. And it took her a while to get back. She said, you remember that? I said, yeah, I was watching that. And they sat there and broke it all down. These one of the agents, BLM, they broke it all down. It was a wonderful 40-minute interview with Philip Scott. And hey man, it is what it is. He out there in Texas, Shaq, by the way. But they were getting around back then, but they were being censored. And she actually said they were at that time basically running for their lives to escape, because Darren Seals was not the only person that got killed. It was quite a few others. I think one of them named Joshua. They were snatching people left and right. I think 2 or 3 of them got found in burning cars, the same death. So people were really running then during those times in St. Louis. And that was about the time when the brother Makai Johnson, I think they killed him with a robot or something. They were going after what they call BIE, Black Identity Extremists, at that time. Mm-hmm. And they're still doing it. But that's what they were really going out. That BIE stuff really started coming about, Black Identity Extremists. So that was that. So Nyota was around during that time when the Black Identity Extremists was really prevalent. So thank you very much. Hey, he's still here, so keep on pushing.
Man, it's hard to even talk about, because I mean, it's so unbelievable, you know what I'm saying? Unless you actually went through it, even before Darren was murdered, you know, when I used to talk about how we were being sabotaged on social media, you know, people were saying like, why would Facebook sabotage you? You know, like why would Twitter, you know, deplatform someone like CJ? You know, and when you're going through this stuff, it's like you're totally alone because no one believes you. You know, people think you're exaggerating. People think you want attention. I mean, they're looking at people like D-Ray, you know, and they're seeing him, you know, jet set and just living this glamorous life, you know, and here we are, you know, talking about, you know, we're on the run, you know. It took Darren getting murdered, you know, and this is even after Black Lives Matter activists said they couldn't wait to drag him through the streets.
They sure did
You
say
know,
it.
it took him getting
Brittany
murdered.
Farrell, that's her name. Brittany Farrell. We cannot wait till the day we drag Darren Seals through the streets.
Yeah, she said black men are trash. You know, and she couldn't wait for the day they dragged Darren Seals through the streets. You know, so there's this toxic environment, you know, that we have to maneuver through. And it's not just, you know, fighting the police or even banging on the beast. We have to worry about it coming from within.
Ooh.
And nobody talks about that.
That's true. That's what even like I was saying earlier about these misleaders, you know. Same with them, man. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Martin Luther King, you know, more praises to him, more power to him, but I think he really kind of I think he realized too when it was too late, man, and he knew that they used him, you know what I'm saying? Especially for the integration thing, man. We was better off segregated. But see, I couldn't say that to the average, you know what I'm saying, person that looked like us, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that are critically thinking, I could probably say that to them. But the average, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them's the Democrat Biden lovers and the, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I couldn't say this to a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, because they're not gonna know how to take that, you know. They're gonna, you know, they think that integration. They think that integration was the best thing since sliced bread, man, and that really messed and destroyed us because we had to work together. We were willing to work together. You see what I'm saying?
Brittany Farrell is a black civil rights activist, mother organizer, and freedom fighter from St. Louis, Missouri. Look at the word, freedom fighter. There you go. Farrell co-founded Millennials Activists United, a black and queer woman-led organization which facilitated intentional civic engagement and strategic political action around Ferguson, Missouri. She co-founded them in light of the killing of Michael Brown, hoping to motivate youth to take a stand against racism and racial injustice. She was founded in regards to a disproportionate number of women in LGBTQ individual in leadership positions. Farrell participates in rallies, attends city council meetings, and uses social media to spread awareness. She earned her bachelor's in science from nursing from University of Missouri St. Louis and a high-risk obstetric nurse. She participated in a protest that was blocked I-70 in 2015 in August. She participated in Digital Blackness in the Archive Symposium Ferguson, an all-black conference organized by Documenting the Now, where she discussed her experience as a 2019. She had pursued a master's of public health at Washington University, focusing on maternal and fetal health. So that is Brittany Farrell, ladies and gentlemen, another one of the so-called activists that we knocking down again, bringing her to the forefront.
There was no mention of her marriage.
Oh, yeah, let's find her wife. She got a wife. I know she does. I remember looking at her wife.
Yeah, like they got married during Ferguson. And it was interesting because no one even knew they were gay.
Yeah, she got married. Oh, there she is. That's her and her wife. Ain't that nice? Oh, look at them exchanging their lovely vows over there. Don't you see them exchanging their vows over there? That's her. I don't know the other one. That's not her.
That's her. That's the one.
Yeah, that's her on the right.
It was huge in the media.
You heard what I said? You heard what I said? The one on the right looked like buckwheat.
Damn.
Well, we actually got more pictures, Frank, and let's go find these pictures.
Hey, I'd like to ask you too. How do you guys decompress? I'm like a hood psychologist.
You talking to me and Nyota?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Look at her
How
kissing
do
on
we
the
what?
head. Look at her kissing on the head, Frank.
Decompress.
I don't really.
Decompress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what's that?
Wow.
What's
Yeah,
that?
like it's been 8 years for me, so I've been had to,
it's like you don't get to decompress. You don't get to deal with anything. I lost my mom and my sister. That's pretty much my whole family.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
And
Yeah, me too.
you don't get time to deal with anything because there's always the next. There's always something.
Yeah, there's not support. There's no support, and then the
None.
people that like resources that you normally have, you got people stealing from you, and then they're being enabled by these powerful people. So I work multiple jobs and and do what I can, and building these platforms as well. But I have to go that extra mile, so I don't have time to decompress, or you don't have money for a massage or vacation, or I didn't vacation during this. So all these other people are jet setting, vacation, and all this type of stuff. They're not even working. And I had 2 businesses at the time, including the platform, including trying to plan everything, just to have these people come along and sabotage. So you don't really get time to decompress. And Nyota's working every day, so I know the same with her. So same with family.
I mean, there's so much I want to do. I really want to get All Black News, popping. I don't want to be it's not like a CNN or anything like that. It's a platform that shows that, we don't all think alike. And I think what makes it unique is there are all types of ideology. And I think when people look at it, they'll see that there are a lot of things that we all do agree on. You know what I'm saying? I think if we focus on the things we do agree on and knock those out of the way, you know what I'm saying? We'll start getting things accomplished. Instead of sitting here and fighting over the things we don't agree on. Let's just focus on what we do agree on and knock that out and start checking some boxes.
Well, look, I'm going to say this to y'all.
That's true.
We're going to check a whole lot of boxes. I dang gonna get this on short notice. I called her today, and then I called CJ about 8 o'clock. He was working, but I think that's gonna be in a couple of these topics, especially over the last course of 2 hours. We gotta do this again. This is actually pretty funny. I had sent a text out to the judge, but he said that he was not at home at the moment, so he couldn't join us tonight. I tried to get him in, but we'll do this again. Get him. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it is what it is. So I do give everybody put out their closing comments, as we say. Yeah. Anybody want to go ahead and give our closing comments? It'd be very fine.
Ladies first.
What was that? Something's wrong with my internet connection.
Closing comments and salutations. This is the time.
Closing comments. Okay.
Contact information is something like.
Okay, who wants to go? I guess I'll go first.
You first.
You can find me primarily on Facebook. All Black News, ALTBLACK news.com. Just Google B-Girl, bgirlforlife.com, B-GYRL. One thing I want to say, check out Hands Up, Don't Shoot Radio on TuneIn. It's the music. I got so many submissions from artists who were inspired, by Ferguson, that I created a station, and it has all the music, some of the interviews and discussions, as well as some radio shows that spoke about Ferguson.
All right, that's interesting. Let me go ahead, Frank. Knock yourself out.
Yo, what up? Okay, man. Peace, man. Good looking out. BJ again for giving me the opportunity to get on your feed, man. And,
thank you, man.
Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? To y'all too, man. I appreciate it, CJ, and y'all too. You know what I mean? Big ups to respect for y'all holding it down and holding Darren Seal's legacy down, and just the whole, you know what I'm saying, and just exposing this whole thing, man, and inside out, man. That's real, man. And keep it and having the strength to fight, man, and keep it going, man. That's what's up. But yeah, man. So we just gotta stay vigilant, man. We gotta stay on it. We can't play, man.
Was
say it again.
Amazed. Okay. I mean, she never listened.
She's breaking up.
Oh wow, that's a delay.
Oh.
What were you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything. What I said before with my voice, that was a delay.
Well,
but yeah, okay, so yeah, man, and we just gotta stay vigilant. We gotta stay on it. We gotta just keep, keep our foot on their necks, man, and just, it just really, I think the real main focus is to actually, to get the people, man, and to try to, just sink this in our people's head, man. The hell with everybody else, man. Everybody else got their own code, and like Nyota said earlier, man, you know what I'm saying, they got consequences when they don't follow it. So we got to really be on it, and that's us as the men really got to set some kind of standard, man, and put it down. You see what I'm saying? And maybe the women, I don't know, maybe they'll change, when we all change, man. So you see what I'm saying? In order to be taken seriously, we have to move seriously. We have to be serious about what we need. You see what I'm saying? And we can't let these gatekeepers, and we can't let all these people, you see what I'm saying, distract us and shift the movement, man, and shift everything, man, like they've been doing. You see what I'm saying? We can't let these Black Lives Matter types and these George Soros types and these you see what I'm saying, and these LGBT movement people, and you see what I'm saying, all these people from all these different, we can't let all of them deter what we got to do, man. We just got to stay vigilant, man, and just stay focused, man, to keep our eyes on the prize, man. And yeah, man, but appreciate you, what I'm saying, letting me on this panel, and y'all could find me at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube. You see what I'm saying, and Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, I really appreciate you bringing me back on, BJ. You know what I'm saying. Salute y'all. Salute chat.
Thank you, sir. Chaq.
Yeah, I would just like to say, man, that like you to Miss Nyota and Mr. CJ, man. I know it's been hard these 8 years, but if y'all can find one thing outside of your hard work you do, to try to find one thing to make you smile again. You know what I mean? Because this is, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they went through the same thing, and their families went through the same thing. I don't know what y'all family is like. You know what I'm saying? Because I know our families give us just ridicule us just talking on the platform. So I can imagine how it is probably just actually just really going through that hard work struggle and all the darts getting through your way. You know what I mean? But I just had to say salute, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, thank you, man. That's good. I'm glad you was on to talk about it. And CJ, go ahead before I say something.
Yeah, man, I just appreciate everybody. I appreciate the words of advice. Definitely took them in. Need to meditate on them, after this call and really focus in. And just really appreciate the platform. Again, King and your network, hooking me up with the Queen and having me on there, and Nyota as well, documenting all of this, over the years, and going through what you went through just because you didn't have to go through it, and I know how that is. So I just really appreciate everybody, man. That alone makes me want to keep doing what's right, keep trying to build stuff for us, like-minded people. And to me, that's all I need, man. That's all I need, just appreciation.
Hey, look, man, keep up the good work. And I'm gonna put it this way: anybody want to hear from me? You can Bernard Johnson Facebook, Bernard 1121 Instagram, Twitter 1987 BJ. You want to donate $1919 BJ Cash App, KingBJFitness.com, KingBJFitness32.com, Instagram, and KingBJMedia.com. Let me say one thing about this program tonight. This was excellent content. We talked about a lot of topics from we started up with the Trump thing, and then we got into the Black Lives Matter thing and the St. Louis thing, and it ties all with the same together. Really, to tell you the truth, all jokes aside, sometimes I read scripture just to find out some things. There's kind of a pre-written anyway, scripture 2-3, but it says that 2/3 will be knocked out, but 1/3 will last. And I'm looking at it the way it's going. We might have to be in that 1/3 because it's a whole lot of people that just don't want to hear what you got to say. And what's the number of that 2/3, Frank? .666. 2/3 is 6%. So you take .666 and you got it right there. So, hey, it is what it is, brother. But like I said, this was intriguing. It was fun. I thank all you for coming on short notice, and let's do this again one more time in the near future.
Oh yeah, word, BJ.
Y'all take your time.
Okay, well, I want to say one thing before I hop off here. Brothers, you are needed.
There you go.
You are needed.
Well, thank you for
appreciate that. That's real, man. That's real.
Because sometimes in this life, the way they're going right now, they try to tell us we're not, but we all are needed, and you sisters did as well because you play a valuable role in the universe as well. So thank you for coming on and being a voice of information.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all. Peace, man.
Salute.
Yes, sir.